Oh, good morning, everybody. What a nap. Woke up at like 6. It was still dark. Me and Phil was yakking for a little bit. And then we're like, yeah, we'll roll over for another little snooze. And now it's like almost 9 o'clock in the morning. But I was warm in this sleep system, man. It was beauty. Beauty.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with how we slept last night for sure. I'm kind of a morning person most of the time. 6, 7 o'clock is kind of where I roll. And yeah, Kevin says it's 9. I don't really know what happened there, but obviously I was nice and warm and comfortable and not feeling any concerns.
It was probably the latest I've ever slept in a bush camp.
I have to say the same. Yeah, I have to say the same. I think now it's time we're gonna get up, maybe poke the fire a little bit, and do the morning things, make a coffee, and we'll get our day going here.
So yeah, so now I'll get dressed, do the thing. We'll check back in a bit, guys. Good morning.
Morning.
No, as I started to warm up in there and kind of feel like I'm like starting to sweat a little bit, I just took off more stuff. Yeah.
My clock or my watch there, and then you said it too. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so wake up.
Last thing I heard you say.
Yeah, it was 6:15. And I was like, but it's still dark, so it's like I figured, yeah, just roll in, have a little snuggle and wait for the sun to come up.
Yeah.
Out again.
Out. Like I slept better, I think
the second time round, yeah.
The second kick than I did for a good portion of last night.
Same thing too with last night, like when I went to bed last night,
yeah.
It maybe took me like 45 minutes or so to get to sleep. I was just chilling, hanging out, listening to the night and stuff, and wasn't in no rush. You didn't go to sleep right away either. You weren't snoring right away either.
No, I took some time there. I laid on my back and kind of watched the stars a little bit and listened to the creaks and groans of the bush. And getting used to the sounds again is something for sure. But then I did zonk out. I did find that always the first night I find with sleeping with the whatever hammock or cot or whatever you got. The first night's always the night that your body's trying to figure out the situation. Which way can I lay, and which way does my arm fall asleep, and getting all that sort of. I know that tonight will be a better all-around sleep in that, and comfortability-wise.
And considering that last night, the first night out, like first time for me using this sleep system.
100%, yeah.
And I'm really impressed with it on the first night, so it only gets better after that, right?
You start getting the feeling of it and understanding it. Yes, I agree.
But I mean, for last night, I'd say, yeah, at least -7 there at one point.
Yep.
And in my sleep system, it was 25 degrees. So, for sure. Well, guys, Phil got the fire going. So now it's coffee time.
Coffee time.
All right, we'll check back in a little while. How's your coffee, Phil?
Hey, the coffee's pretty good. Nice and warm right here by the fire. Beautiful mid-morning.
Oh, it's nice, eh? Can't believe we slept in like we did.
No, that was something different for sure. Something new added to the channel. Sleeping in.
Oh, I like it though.
I thought it could be so good. To reiterate my comments last night for sure that it's not meant for everybody. I don't know who would hate being that comfortable.
Yeah.
This is where I struggle too with it.
Oh, it was nice, man.
Real nice.
Well, we'll have our coffee now. Kind of sit around for a little while before we start breakfast.
Probably get dressed. This isn't my typical wear.
Well, I'll probably put my pants on. Yeah.
Pants on's always a good idea with the bush. I think that's a solid option out here for sure. I mean, for the most part, anyways.
All right.
For everybody.
We'll check back in a bit.
Cheers.
Well, hello everybody. We're up, dressed for the most part. We went and got just some firewood. We just grabbed some this morning, a little bit. The fire going. We're gonna hang our food now in a little bit, and we're gonna go for a little run on the bikes out to the trucks and do a roundabout and kind of explore a little bit. But
Yeah, it's been kind of a lazy morning, just doing some regular things, like Kevin said, hauling firewood, get things all readied up for the day, getting a little fuel and doing all the necessary things. Really just kind of enjoying being out here and being out in the bush and listening to the sounds, the trees and the birds and the animals. And
what are you munching on there, Phil?
we're having a little peaches and cream oatmeal here in this cup. That's 2 packets, and it seems to work real good in the cup. I like it this way. And this is the camping breakfast for sure. Pre-lunch.
Pre-lunch, yeah.
Breakfast, pre-lunch is what we're gonna call this.
Yeah, we haven't actually cooked anything yet.
We don't do brunch. That's not a thing out here in the bush. It's a post-breakfast, pre-lunch type meal. Campsite's coming along, looking good. And I say campsite very loosely, very loosely.
Yeah, our campsite. Yeah.
Our living, eating, sleeping, enjoying area.
Yeah, as you can see, because we're out here in hunting season, we hung our reflective vests. That's why you see us wearing the reflective vests on the bike and stuff, because it's hunting season out here right now. So when we're in camp stationary, we just hang our vests up just so that other guys around are aware that there's peoples over here. Yeah, so as soon as we're done with our little bit of grub, we're gonna bike out. Be a good day. The pot with, a half a pound of bacon. And we're just gonna munch on that because, we like bacon candy. So we'll get right into it and get this going. So this little Brunton stove, had for quite a while. It works really well. Nice wide top, right? Holds pot really well. So we'll take out our breakfast supplies, stash them aside for now. As you can see, we're going to be cooking with juice there now soon. So, the self-igniter, it used to have a self-igniter, but one time I was using it in the winter. I had the windshield around it, trying to keep the heat in, and I ended up melting the whole self-igniter. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Alrighty. The bacon is well crispified there. Oh yeah. Now we'll put this into our tin foil here. Notice we're carefully straining all the grease because that's the healthiest way to eat it, right? Like being super careful. Make sure it's not sitting in a puddle for too long. Yeah, you want to let it cool off just a tad. Alright, looks like I gotta clean a pot. Tell you one thing for sure. Bacon always tastes better in the bush. I don't know why. No matter how you cook it, no matter how it's served, bacon, A1. Love it.
Hey guys, how's it going? Out here having a little pre-supper snack, I guess. That's what we're going for here. So, you know, we may not have the best gear all the time or the most rugged gear, but we typically eat very good. Gonna open up here some stuffed squid. So this is something I've never tried before, but it was cooked by Crystal, created by Crystal, and we just got to warm it up over the fire. So we're gonna go right into it. Cheers, Crystal. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably something I could get into on a consistent basis. And of course, from earlier, we've got a whole slack load of bacon. So what better? Bacon and squid. I think in some countries that's a delicacy. All right, well, I'm going to finish up this squid and see what the next adventure brings us. Cheers. another night. This is night 2 now. Night 2. Night 2. It's probably going to be, I'd say it's about -4 right now, from what I can tell. Probably going to be about -7, -8 Celsius tonight. Yeah. But I think that's about what it was last night, and I was toasty. So, other than that, another coffee mocha tonight.
Yeah, I think we had a good day. Feel happy. Feel like we did accomplish a bunch of things that we had kind of set out to do, and got kind of a program together, and did a little the filming thing, which, you know, again from last night, it's new and it's a process, and we're beginning to understand it a little bit better, and understanding that it's a lot like work, but I guess we're still enjoying it by the end of the day. So I feel like that's a win on this scale.
That's the only thing that we're really doing any different is trying to film it, right? So, like, normally we would just come out and just do the coffee, do the sleep in, do the bunk out. We're trying to film it's a little bit different, but on top of doing this, we also did a couple of like little gear videos today too as well. We'll probably post those separately if anybody was interested. But we did a few things today. Rode the bikes for a bit, looked around a little bit, but mostly just enjoyed being here, right?
Yeah, because it's times are changing here, weather's changing, fall going into winter, and pretty soon it's going to be a little more chilly here, and definitely a little bit more snow than what we have today. None. So we're going to be getting prepared for that kind of stuff as well. Really looking forward to the next level of camping out here.
That's pretty good. So we're gonna have our mochas. We just wanted to touch in because it's dark now, and we had our food and we're all settled. Having our mocha, we're gonna settle in for the night, but check in now, and if we don't see you again, we'll see you in the morning.
Surviving.
Go.
Hey guys, how's it going tonight? Forgot a little something right before bed here. So I have a little something, a little shout out to Heidi Boucher, my 6-year-old daughter. She gave me something to stay safe in the bush at night. So we're going to turn the lights off here, and we're going to show you what it is. Hey Heidi, thanks for giving me the wand. I think it's going to save me out here in the bush. Hopefully it looks good. Thank you very much, honey. Okay guys, have a good night. Cheers.
Well, good morning. Morning, day 3. A little chillier last night, but Phil's up and got the fire going because it's a fucking trooper.
Yeah, baby. Morning, everybody.
I see ya.
Oh, right here. Look,
tucked
away.
There you are.
Hey. I survived tonight.
Yeah, she was a bit chilly last night.
For sure, guys. Yeah, she was definitely a little bit colder, and wore a little fewer layers here in the sleep systems this time. And I don't think I was cold all night long. I never woke up cold. So it was definitely another enjoyable night out here.
Yeah, it was. I'd say it hovered -10 Celsius last night for sure. It was colder than the first night. But now we're just letting the fire get going. We'll get dressed, get some coffee, get the day going. Check back in a bit.
Everything, and then my pillows. Garbage.
Pretty bad. You come out and you don't even have a good pillow roughing it, you know?
Surviving. Yeah, I don't know if those blow-up pillows are a thing, or if just a pillowcase with stuffed clothes in it's a thing, or there's a lot of good options out there. Just how much money do you want to spend on a pillow?
Yeah, the camera makes it look brighter than it actually is. Like the camera picks up more light than.
Yeah, 'cause there's not a lot. I mean, the sun is just finally poking up on those trees there now.
Our morning fire. Makes it easier to get out of the sleeping bag when fire's already lit.
This is true.
Phil lighting it with a fire starter on the end of that stick from his bed.
It's pretty hardcore.
Oh. Yeah, but it'll be a good day. We're just gonna get up today and have some breakfast and kind of get camp broken down and packed away. We're heading back to the city today, so we'll check in as we go along. Got the coffee on the go. Cups are ready. Boiling the water. Little fire. Billy's up. Pretty morning. Chilly, but pretty nice. How's the coffee, Phil?
Hey guys, right on. Coffee's real good. Thanks, Kev. Making a good cup of coffee this morning. Always nice to start the day off right, for sure.
Well, you made our coffees yesterday.
This is true. This is true. And by made coffee, I mean I think that's a stretch. We boiled water and put coffee packs in. So
Well, I mean, that's gourmet out here.
we put together coffee. I think is probably the correct term there.
So we got a nice little warming fire going now this morning.
Well, she's chilly just past the fire. 2-3 feet past that fire, she's chilly still.
Yeah, it's below zero. All of our water was frozen a little bit this morning. So, and the ground is pretty frosty. It's crunchy under your feet when you walk around. So all this moss is about 6 inches deep, I guess, to the soil. But the ground is pretty hard underneath the moss. But the moss freezes and gets really crunchy when you walk around in the mornings.
Yeah, it's definitely end of that summer season, right? Fall and now into winter.
So
We're gonna see some different changes here coming up.
So we're just gonna have our coffee, relax for a couple of minutes, get on the go. Well, here's the camp we've lived in for the past few days, guys. As you can see here, it's my sleeping section right there. Phil was sleeping right here. So as you can see, all we did was basic lean-tos with tarps and blacked in. I used one of my wool blankets to kind of block the draft there. So that's what we kind of did. We paired up MS Sleep Systems with wool blankets. So we both kind of rock the same thing. So we got the military modular sleep systems, a couple of 100% wool blankets. Pretty much good to, you know, I'd say minus 15 Celsius probably, comfortably, without a fire. Any colder than that, and it's nice to have a fire. I mean, they say the sleep systems are good to like minus 30, but that's only, you won't die at minus 30. That's not comfortable, minus 30. So we had coffee. We used the stove just to boil water today. So we're going to get ready to tear this down now in a little while because we're heading out today. It's Sunday, so we're back to work tomorrow, but Starting the process.
You guys?
Slowly packing up. It's always a somber day, like slow day when we pack up to go out.
Because, yeah.
Well, everybody, pretty much got the bikes loaded up. We're just gonna have a little powwow here now. Put some water on the fire. We were joined by Powerhouse this morning. He's gonna join us on the ride out.
Look who showed up.
How's it going, Chris?
Good. Thanks for the invite.
Out of
So-
the woodwork.
So he was working all weekend, but he managed to get in for the ride out. So we're gonna just chill out here for a second, and we'll check back in when we get out to the trucks. What do you think, Phil?
Hey guys, back at the trucks here now after a little bit of a ride. As you can see, the bikes are really loaded. I think coming out of here today, we're looking at maybe downsizing some gear, changing some stuff up, getting the system right down where we need it to be. But look, it's a bright, beautiful, sunny, blue sky type day. Real nice out here at the trucks, and we're gonna get everything packed up in the trucks and start making our way back.
Well, everybody, we're back at the trucks. We're all geared up. We're getting ready to head out. We're gonna drive out now, about 2 hours to home. It was a good trip. Hope we got some good footage. We'll see. First time trying, so other than that, it's back to Calgary and back to work tomorrow. So we'll see you again soon. Take care.